Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Third and long for Rivers. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 41. Rivers to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Topper!
On play action, they'll throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. Rivers on 1st down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, going deep here for Taylor. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, Hunt. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They run the counter. Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
180, 390.
1st down, Rivers. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. Absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, Well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2nd and 4. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Greystone, travel.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Fire.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
That's a touchdown by Peter.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Seibert on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a...
Mixon hit, and the ball is out.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat.
You got it. You got it.
H.E. Gator.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Ross, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Bullock will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right. Back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Chubb. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball. Protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Mike. Danny. Check now.
You draw Corker.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Landry. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into it. Not a good play at all.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Block the team!
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, Rivers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And a nice spin into some open field. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Giovanni Bernard taking it in. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Under 10, 10.
Wait, 89.
On second down now, it's Hunt. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. That one is caught by Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
White 90. Black 11.
On 1st and 10, Rivers dumps this to his running back, Chubb. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
57's right.
White 85.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Ready. Set 180.
I got him. Check your hot read.
This one caught out wide by Landry. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Cleveland, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on